Okay, so Saquon Barkley just came out and said he's about to join a new franchise again? What does that mean? We also get a major update on safety help coming to the Eagles. Plus, the newest member just said he had a chip on his shoulder. But that's not all. Jalen Hurts describes Kellen Moore with 3 words, and Vic Fangio reveals that Quinyon Mitchell will be playing inside and outside in Game 1. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So as we all know, the Eagles will take on the Packers in Brazil on Friday, and I will be breaking down the game, a full preview tomorrow or Thursday at the latest. And in that video, we will be doing the jersey giveaway. Since I took longer than I said, it won't just be one jersey. It will be 2 jerseys to 2 different people of your choice. Make sure you pay attention for that video. As for Saquon Barkley, he posted on his Instagram yesterday this cryptic message. Before anybody else reports it, I want you to hear it from me first. I'm about to join a new franchise again. Big announcement tomorrow. So what do you think he means by that? Let me know in the comment section. I think it's an endorsement or a new brand that he's about to sign on with. Maybe Jordan brand, but it's nothing in the realm of him leaving the Philadelphia Eagles. As I'm recording this, the announcement hasn't came out. If it does while this is being recorded, I'll let you know exactly what it was at the end of this video. But don't worry, Eagle Nation, he's ours for the next 3 years. Moving on to the newest member of the Philadelphia Eagles on this defensive line, Byron Young said this to beat reporter Jeff Kerr. There's a chip on my shoulder because they kind of just threw me to the wayside. But I feel like I'm in a much better situation here with a much better team. As we talked about in my last video, former 3rd round pick in 2023 thrown away after just a rookie season where he played 6 games. I don't care if there was off-field issues or laziness. You don't give up on a player like that. Howie Roseman jumped to it. Although we did sacrifice a productive D tackle in Marlon T, we're going to see what Byron Young can bring to the table when we talk about D tackles alongside of Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and underrated for sure, Milton Williams. I can't wait to see what this D-line does in its totality, especially Week 1 versus those Packers. Staying on the defensive side, but talking about a position that Vic Fangio's still unsure about, the linebacking group. He was straight up asked going into this Packers game, do you know who the starters are? Or is this an ongoing thing throughout the season? Who's going to be the starters?
No, it's ongoing. You would like to settle into guys, in a normal playtime rotation, who's in on what. But, it's still ongoing.
Here's my thing with this situation. Is Nakobe Dean and Jeremiah Trotter showing so much that they're not sure if it's Devin White and Zach Bond, or have Devin White and Zach Bond been lackluster to where now it's still anybody's job? I don't know. When I look at this linebacking core, I do truly believe that it's better than last year's. Again, we're talking about Christian Ellis, Morrow, and Zach Cunningham, not world beaters at the linebacker position, but a healthy Nakobe Dean, a prove-it Devin White, and a interesting candidate in Zach Bond. I already like better. Again, iron sharpens iron, and with this position ongoing, we got to see the best of whoever's on the field, and it starts in Brazil. 9-hour trip to contemplate, am I starting? Am I not starting? Am I starting? Am I not starting? Maybe Fangio lets them know before the plane ride. I don't know, but we need to see the linebacking core step up. It's only going to make the secondary and pass rush better, and vice versa. Now, before we get to what Vic Fangio said about the role for rookie Quinyon Mitchell in his first NFL game, we also heard Jalen Hurts describe Kellen Moore in 3 words that makes me even more excited for this offense. Plus, we now know when the Eagles will be getting some much-needed depth back at the safety position. But first, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Manta Sleep. Literally sleep better anywhere, anytime with their sleep masks. They got the Sound Mask, the Pro Mask, the Sleep Mask, the Silk Mask, and so much more. My favorite one got to be the Sound Mask. The fact that something this comfortable and easy to sleep with lets you use Bluetooth to listen to your favorite podcasts, music, or nature sounds while you sleep is just ridiculously good. The sound is perfect and easily adjustable on both sides of the ear. They are true 100% blackout for deeper sleep, C-shaped eye cups for unbeatable side sleep comfort, zero pressure on eyelids or eyelashes, plus advanced materials and ventilation for unmatched breathability. Plus, the eyepieces are adjustable so they fit every single person. Like I said, my favorite gotta be the Sleep Mask Sound due to the fact that you can listen to things, Bluetooth, side speakers, but I also have the Sleep Mask Pro. It's a little smaller, probably easier to fidget with, but they're both super comfy. And like I said, you'll get your best sleep ever. So click the link in my description and or the pinned comment section. Once you do that, pick whatever mask you want and use code PhillyMike for 10% off your Sleep Pro, your Sleep Sound, any mask you want. Once again, that's PhillyMike, all capitals, for 10% off your sleep mask. You won't regret it. So like we said, Fangio don't know how much PT certain linebackers are going to get, but there is one thing that he's sure about, and that is rookie cornerback Quinyon Mitchell will play dang near 100% of the snaps. They asked him if he will be on the field and is he ready.
Yes. Yes and yes.
And what has he shown to kind of make you believe that?
He's just played good. You know, he's done a good job picking up his responsibilities, done a good job playing, and he will be out there.
But how could a slot corner play 100% of the snaps? What if we're in our base defense and we only got 2 corners on the field? Remember, at the end of training camp, we were starting to see packages where it was Slay and Quinyon as the outside corners in a base defense where we want 3 linebackers on the field. As we transition to nickel, bring on another corner, Quinyon then slides into the nickel, the slot position, and Isaiah Rodgers and Slay is the outside corners. If we go dime, you bring on another nickel, probably Avonte Maddox and or Cooper DeJean, where you got Slay and Rodgers as the 2 outside, and Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean and or Avonte Maddox as the 2 nickels. 1 nickel, 1 dime. At the end of the day, Quinyon might be the guy alongside of Slay when we are in our base formation, which the Eagles won't play a lot, right? This is a nickel and dime league now due to all the passing. Not many people want to run the ball. However, the Packers and Josh Jacob might run the ball more than we think, so we might see some more base at least in week 1, and it might be Quinyon's job. He got a lot on his plate, but the youngster, first-round pick out of Toledo, can handle it. As for a major update as it pertains to safety depth, a source said that Sidney Brown will be activated after the 4 games he's required to miss because he began the season on the physically unable to perform list, which is the PUP list. And that Caden Stern could also be ready to return by then too. Remember when the season came out, Philly Mike did not like the early bye, but if we do get banged up in the secondary, especially at safety, that early bye could come in handy, as Sidney Brown has to at least miss 4 games due to the PUP list. But if you come back from the bye week in week 5, come home to play the Cleveland Browns, which is going to be a good football team, and you get Sidney Brown back plus Caden Stearns, if you're already healthy in your secondary, that just makes you that much stronger of a football team on the defensive side. And we know the starters are C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Reed Blankenship. However, Caden Stern is only here as a depth piece. Sidney Brown, on the other hand, he might mix it in. When we play dime, maybe Quinyon goes to the dime, and maybe we bring Sidney Brown as the nickel for his in-the-box tackling ability while also trying to guard the pass. I don't know, but Sidney Brown is not going to just sit on the bench and wait for somebody to get injured. He's not. In a Fangio scheme, he will get PT. He might be the rotation piece, might come in certain packages where CJ don't fit right or Reed don't fit right. I don't know, but I do think that Fangio will utilize this kid. The upside on Sidney Brown, as we all see, is still there. Lastly, I want to bring it back to the offensive side of the ball. Again, Kellen has spoke on what a phenomenal job Jalen Hurts has done, right? He also talked about Jahan Dotson being the perfect third wide receiver and finding his role in this offense and will be involved, especially as the season goes on. We heard him talk about a lot of things, but I like this perspective. Jalen Hurts, in 3 words, describe Kellen Moore, and I don't think you want much more than this from your offensive coordinator / play caller.
And so for Kellen, he's very, very meticulous, strong-minded for sure, and he has a vision, and I think he's doing a great job so far, and we're excited for what's to come for us.
Being meticulous is important because the details make a huge difference, right? I like when an offensive coach can set up 4 or 5 plays to trick you on play number 7, and or the opposite, right? You can do so much out of the same formation with motion and movement and checks at the line of scrimmage that the defense really never see these things coming. Number 2, strong-minded. So when Nick Sirianni tries to tell you on the sideline, hey, let's move over to this or let's try to do this, you got to be strong-minded enough to be like, hey, Nick, I understand where you're coming from, but see it my way. I think, again, the collaboration between Nick and Steichen were a lot more strong-minded than Nick and Brian Johnson. I'm just saying, we need it to be more Kellen, less Nick, but he will always be involved because he's the head coach. And number 3, having a vision of what you want your offense to not just look like, but to accomplish. Again, people talk about Kellen Moore has no identity. I think the identity of a Kellen Moore offense is unpredictability, something that each week we attack the defense's weakness, whether it's with the run game, whether it's with the deep ball, whether it's with the medium to short passes in the middle, in the flats, screen game, quarterback running. We will attack you differently per quarter, per game, per your defense. And again, no identity is still a good thing, especially when you have a team like the Eagles where you do everything good. We're not just a running team. We're not just a deep ball team or a short passing team. We are a do-it-all offense. So no identity in that type of offense is great. Now, before we get out of here, a lot of y'all asked me about what I be doing on my weekends now. It is Pee Wee football time. My little man, 9 years old, he's rocking the number 34. As you can see him running out with his team, the Easton Red Rovers. We are 2-0, baby, trying to get to 3-0 next week. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Do your boy a favor. Click the link in the description and or the pinned comment section. Get your Sleep Mask Pro, especially the one that you can listen to music, podcast, whatever. Also, drop the muscle emoji if you got nothing to say, but please leave your thoughts. And remember, we will be doing a preview tomorrow or Thursday at the latest. Hit the like, subscribe to the channel. I love hearing from y'all. We out.